Welcome back to Daybreak. The extended after-school program began in 2011 with just 80 students. And since that time, the program has grown tremendously to over 1,400 students in all government-operated schools. And now one corporation is stepping in to help continue its growth. Here to tell us more about the program, we have Carl Cargill. He's from the extended after-school program, and Ralph Lewis from the Lewis Consulting Services. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
You're no stranger to this set at all. Mr. Cargill, tell us about the program and just how it works.
Okay, the extended after-school program is an initiative that the government, with Michael Miles and Cayman Outreach Association, came up with. Mike came back; it was excited, and we looked at during the hours of 3 until 6 in the evening, where kids are left with no supervision because their parents are at the job because time get a little. So everybody have to work, and came up with the idea. Michael Miles was the one who initially started out with about 80 kids. At that time, we were doing some seminars in the school with jugs and bullies and stuff like that. So we came together and we saw that it was a great idea, and Cayman Outreach Association partnered with them and started off. We started off with in the high school, and then we started off in the primary school. And because of the success, it has just blew up from 80 to 1,400 kids.
Well, surely a program, does it go from 80 students to 1,400 students on its own? There must have been some real support behind it to allow it to grow. Tell us about some of the support the program has received since 2011.
Well, some of the great support that it has gotten is the relationship that we have with parents and with the community. Is what we did is that we had the support of the government behind us, who saw the ideas as extremely good idea. And what happened is that the principals start to see that we are taking the kids from off. You're not seeing them at Burger King on the street in the evening. So it was a community effort. It wasn't an individual or one person or one group. It was. We went into the community, we talked to parents, we met with principal, we met with business people, and we saw where it was a need, and we met with the community and provide that need, and that is one of the major success of this of the program. The program operated in the primary school, where the kids are sent to us through what is called the at-risk registered. And when we say at-risk, we don't mean a child may be rude or bad, because once people hear the word at-risk, that comes to their mind. But that is not the situation. The situation is an at-risk situation where the child leaves school 3 o'clock, but there's nobody at home.
Right.
Mom is at work, dad is at work. The older sibling may be there, and that's a risk for a child looking after a child.
So it's also stepping in sort of a preventative measure to make sure that they don't become sort of one of those troubled or problem juveniles as well, which is great.
Right.
Getting ahead of the issue. And you mentioned meeting with business people and corporate support. And now you have a Cayman Weekly that is stepping up to support as well. Mr. Lewis, tell us how Cayman Weekly is going to be supporting this program.
Yes, well, when we spoke with the outreach program, we understood the concerns, and we said we have to take care of our young people. And so the partnership is threefold. We're able to give a lot more exposure in the Cayman Weekly local newspaper on what the activities are and the needs. Also, we're giving business partners time to coordinate and join us in the efforts by contributing to a good cause, and that way we can also help them get the local newspaper on a weekly basis. By the partnership, we'll now contribute 50% of the proceeds of the membership from local businesses to the outreach program.
And I just have your details here. First of all, that companies can sign up for an annual subscription for $260, and they have the newspaper delivered, so that's great. And then if they want to contact someone, they can call you at 916-2000 or lcs@cndw.ky.
That's right.
And Mr. Cargill, if there are any other companies who are watching today and they want to support and be involved and be a part of this program, tell us the details for how they can do that.
What would be good is that if you want to get involved in this program, you can call 746-4992 or 916-74992, or you can visit our website, which is www.easp.ky, or you can visit www.caymanoutreach.org to get information about what we do. And we are in for support. You don't have to give fund. You can come
volunteer as well.
And volunteer and give a time, sit with a child. or we run an open program. And when we say open program, because what we say we do is what we want people to see that we do. So you can come in the evening if you have half an hour and you want to spend with a child, because we divide in the primary school 13 kids to 1 volunteer. But if you can come in and make that 13 of 3 or 4 persons, it makes it more. You can get the homework done faster because they do a lot of activity in the evening. One evening you have like 4 to 5 activity. You have maths revision, you have literature, and then you have either football, swimming, skateboarding. So if you come in the homework time can done quicker and they can enjoy the program.
So many small ways to make a big difference, and thanks Mr. Lewis for leading by example, and we hope that the program continues to grow over time. Thanks for coming in this morning.